allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you all for joining us. Our agenda is simple and concise tonight. We are voting the budget as presented to us by the First Selectman. We talked at our meeting on Monday night about discussing general philosophies of how we're going to approach this budget. As everybody knows, once the budget was presented to us by the First Selectman, we received notice both of a $3.3 million cut in our ECS money, as well as a $5.4 million bill that the state of Connecticut and the governor intends to send to us for the teachers' pensions. It is not an amount we have ever paid before. It's not an amount that we have budgeted anywhere. It is now our job to figure out how we're going to solve approximately a $6.4 million hole. I know that the First Selectman asked the departments to take a look at potential cuts of up to 5%. Some of them have offered some suggestions, some specific, some very general. And while I appreciate what some departments have done, we all realize some of it is just not really possible. Having said that, I will entertain any thoughts about how we go about this. If you have something you would like to present, a position, some ideas, I am wide open. Any ideas? Please, Mike.
I just would like to read a statement before we start.
Go right ahead.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, and thanks for the pizza. We've reviewed the budget in detail and have made significant changes that we will offer this evening. As we all know, this process is painstaking, and none of the things we recommend are easy. However, this task, especially this year, is made more burdensome when needed and promised information is not forthcoming. In the First Selectman's memo of February 22nd, addressed to the town department heads, requesting more budget recommendations, he said he would share the recommendations with the Board of Finance in advance of our vote on the town budget, which I guess maybe he did, but we on the other side over here never saw it. So we do not know what, if any, of our recommendations may have already been taken into account. I do not have to remind all those who sit on this board that we are all town volunteers. We do this to serve our community. Andy and I have spent countless hours on this budget gathering and reviewing information in order to do good work on behalf of our residents. Every one of us, without exception, should have all the information in a timely manner. If that information is not available, then say so. Don't promise what you can't deliver, and don't present it at the last minute and expect us to digest it immediately. Tough decisions require careful deliberation. I know it can be a difficult job to run the town. I understand the budget issues, having served on many bodies, both official and unofficial, during my 26 years in this town. As a taxpayer and citizen, I know that decisions to raise taxes are difficult, but we owe our fellow citizens transparency in the process. Backdoor taxes, like the imposition of a tipping fee that will then be passed on to our taxpayers, should be understood as nothing more than a garbage tax with a fancy name. The cuts we propose this evening will do away with the garbage tax and make significant other reductions that will reduce the tax increase proposed by the First Selectman. Let me address the uncertainty created by the state budget. The proposals that have been made are bad for Trumbull, and we do not support them. However, no one in this room has any idea as to what, if anything, will be done with these proposals. We have ideas regarding possible actions we can take to address the worst-case scenario, but that is not our objective tonight. We have to act on what we know, and what we know at this point is the first selectman's budget. We have to deal with it as it stands. We recommend that we deal with that first, and when we are done, see where we are. After that, we can discuss ideas and recommendations for the worst-case scenario. I hope the majority of this board will accept good ideas wherever they are found to benefit our entire town. We most certainly will do that. Thanks.
Thank you. So, I'm trying to understand what you said, that you think we can make cuts to get below the first selectman, but how are we dealing with the other then?
It's just our suggestion, and correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, that we should do what we normally do and go through the budget and make recommendations to reduce or add budget lines, depending on what people want to do, and see where we come out at the end of doing that. And then we can address the shortage, or whatever you may believe the shortage is, or what you're thinking of doing. I mean, we have obviously have not discussed either of our positions here tonight, so I don't know how you are,
Well,
looking to handle this.
If we go through the whole budget and we still have not added in the 5.4 million that they're telling us they're going to send us, what do we do? Go back and change it?
Again, this is a year that we've never dealt with before. Perhaps we should do that, or you can make suggestions how you think those budget lines should be cut. Or, again, Elaine, I'm not sure what your position is, whether you're just going to say, let's just reduce the town budget by X and the Board of Ed budget by X, and good night. I don't know what you're planning to do, so, okay.
All right, well, I'll be really clear and really straight. My position is I will keep the tax rate increase as close as possible to the original 2% that the first selectman proposed. In any level of responsibility, I have to add in $5.4 million pension payment, because there's no way, if we don't, we can take that hit in the fund balance. So by my math, the only way to accomplish that and end up raising the amount the first selectman proposed by a minimal amount is to do some across-the-board cutting. It is my opinion that the budget that we received from the first selectman, had we not been thrown a curve by the governor, would have taken us about 20 minutes to go through, because in my opinion there were not a lot of things I would add, as I'm not wont typically to add, and there weren't many things I would cut. I think all the departments presented very reasonably, some of whom have offered us some suggestions, but I guess we can start by going through the whole budget. And we can do that, as we always do, line by line. And my suggestion will be that we take the number provided to us by the first selectman and remove 3.5% from every line, except for the lines that are pensions, utilities, because I think that Maria and Dawn have gone through every utility, and there's really not much of a way to cut that. And bond payments, because people decide they want to bond items and they have to be paid for. And you can't cut 3% from a bond payment, or 3.5%. So my suggestion is to deliver it across the board equally, spread the pain equally, and add back in the 5.4 million that the governor has told us he's going to charge us. And I would hope that all the people who are unhappy with what we did make that message really clear to the governor and to our state senator. I have spoken with each rep, and each of them has assured me they will oppose it. Our senator has been silent. So they're the only ones, because if we put the 5.4 million in the budget, which would be my intention, Then, if this does not happen, we can transfer money back to the departments that we have taken it away from. And the only department and the only line we can transfer from is the contingency account. So that's my solution to the problem. And that gets us back pretty much probably within $500,000 of the first selectman's number. So that's our solution. And we can now go through line by line. And wherever you have a different solution, you can let us know. But the 6% tax increase that would be generated by the $5.4 million adjustment, as far as I'm concerned, isn't an option. If you have areas and you find more money than we found, be my guest. So, if no one else has anything they'd like to add, we will start. I'm just trying to decide. It might be simpler. We could start with education, or we can start at the ones. I don't know that it'll take us that long to get down there. So we'll start at the ones and see whatever else that you have to add in the first 5 departments before we get there. So the first item is the town council. Dawn, we'll have to, as you go along, Maria, if you see that we have calculated anything incorrectly, please let us know. One of the proposals in the town council, as it will be consistent through here, that any elected, appointed positions that are not contract bound do not get the increase that is budgeted in this budget, that they stay at 0. While I understand there'll be an impact on those that are covered in unions, it will be up to Mr. Hazelkamp to hate me and either figure out whether or not they will deal with furloughs or layoffs. We will provide a number, and how you arrive at the number will be up to each department head. So, Mr. Haberlin, if you want to do everything that's in the town council at once, you can motion them all.
I make a motion that the town council budget be $90,888.
Seconded by Mr. Mulgard. That would consist of $15,303 as clerical fees. The $57,580 stays for the program, for the professional fees, and the $18,000 for the legal notices. The professional services is the audit that we do every year. It's kind of hard to cut 3% out of an audit fee we're required by law to do. That brings the total in that department to $90,888. Does anyone have any questions or discussion on the town council? Yes.
Do we have our sheets this year that we usually get every year to write
Maria
on?
emailed them a week ago. Yeah, we gave out printed copies on Monday. Would you like us to get some more printed copies?
Could we? Could we just?
Yes, of course. Hang on a second. I'll use, yeah. Hang on. We're just going to hold, we're going to recess for a minute so you don't have to keep running tape while we do that. Yeah, Roy. You're good? Okay. All right, so I'm going to give you a chance to catch the town council. Don, the numbers you ran and I were different because you hadn't taken the 203 out. So do you see where we are? All right, so 15,308. Did I say 303? I'm dyslexic. You have to stop me a lot. Okay, yes.
Not that $5 is
No, but
$1 million.
we are trying to make it correct. And so the notation there is no increase for the clerk.
Could you read them one more time for me,
Yes,
please?
the clerical fees are $15,308. The next two stay the same. So the new total is 90,888. And actually, maybe what I'll do is, in mine, just a second, and insert a column that will give us the delta. Do that. Go ahead, insert the column, and after we do it, let's confirm we are taking out the same amount. I'm much happier if we have two spreadsheets double-checking it. Because she'll just get held. We're just not going to put anything in there. It's too small. That's our problem. When the departments are too small, it gets really hard to spread things. There's some we won't change at all. You guys let me know when you're good. You guys okay? Maria, Dawn? So, all right, so we have town council, the reduction of $345 with a new total of $90,888. All in favor of the town council total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 6-0. Okay, next item is the Trumbull Nature Center. Given the small department account, the suggestion is to leave it as proposed by the first selectman. May I have a motion, please?
I move that the Trumbull Nature Center Commission have a budget of $2,996.
Seconded by Mr. Zimoff. Any discussion on this? Okay, all in favor of this, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, carries. Total budget $2,996. There's no reduction in those, Dawn, that's too small. Ethics Commission,
I propose a budget of $360 for the Ethics Commission.
Second, please, Mr. Mulgard. Again, it's got one item and it's 3 hearings.
Last year, year before, it was actually 120. They only had 2 meetings. I know we're talking about $200, but
Make a motion.
I motion that we reduce that to $120 as they've had the last number of years without ever going over.
Okay, hold on. You amend his motion, move to amend the motion down to 120, seconded. Any discussion on this amount? Okay, hearing none, we'll vote on the amendment, reducing it from 360 to 120. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-1. Oh, 6-0. Okay, so that's the amendment. Now finally accepting the $120 as the Ethics Commission, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstention, carries 6-0. Okay. First Selectman, if we eliminate all the elected, appointed, and civil service positions, increases, it reduces the salary to $289,861. So bringing the department total to $29,861. Can I have a motion on that, Bill? 861.
I move a First Selectman's budget of $298.
$298,861.
$298,861.
Second? Okay, I've confused everybody. Go ahead. It's all right. Just,
We're going down, eliminating the increases.
the
Eliminating the
increases,
increases, wouldn't we go down to 285,906 for
No.
salaries?
that would then, there's only 3 people. So then you'd be going below, and I have no way to spread it. Again, it's a small
Okay.
department. So what we did was eliminated all the increases.
And are we leaving in professional development?
We
Transportation?
could take those down by the 2.5%, 3.5%. So we'd end up with, hang on one second, let me do some math, because I have
Why don't I withdraw my motion?
okay, here.
I can make a new one.
The new total is 294,591
298,546.
plus 3,860. You're reducing the other 2. If you reduce the other 2 items by the 3.5%,
It brings the total for the first selectman to 298,546.
hold on, let me see.
The same and reducing down the.
Yeah, that's correct.
What is it? Okay.
298,546.
Do you want me to do that one?
Go ahead.
Okay. Motion to reduce the first selectman's budget down to a total of 298,546. That would be salaries of 289,861, professional development to 3,860, and transportation expenses to 4,825.
Okay. May I have a second? Second by Mr. Mulgard, and that becomes a department reduction of $6,730?
Yes.
Okay. Discussion on this? Yeah,
I'd like to make a motion to amend those figures.
go ahead. Well, I need, you can amend it, amount, tell us what we're amending, and then you can get a second.
Scott did all three accounts.
Yes.
So do you want me, when I do my amendment, to amend each
If you want to amend each one, yes.
in one time? So say it all at once.
Give me all three and the
Just
new
like he did.
total.
Just like he did.
Yep.
Okay, all right. All right, so I'd like to increase the reduction in account 501101 by $14,861, for a total of, that would bring that down to $275,000. I would also like to reduce the professional development 556601 down to, I'd like to reduce it by $3,860 to zero. Oh, sorry. By $3,360. So that will leave a balance in there of $500. And I am not touching the transportation expense. So I'm only touching two of the three pieces in there. So I'm bringing the first one down to $275,000, and I'm bringing the second account down to $500.
So in the first one, you're taking out how much? 14?
$14,861.
May I ask from where?
Wait a
Just so I-
second, hold on.
Sorry.
He's made the motion. I'm seconded by Vicky. Now we may discuss it.
Out of the four staff members in that group, where's the 14,861? I just want to make sure I'm,
It's just a general 10% cut in the department. I would let the department figure that out.
okay.
And for the second line, because I know you're going to ask me for the second one, and I've done this before, reduced for that trip to Washington DC. That's definitely, I've taken that out, so.
Okay. Okay, so we are at a new total of, give me a total, please.
285,
285, 500. Okay, so we want to cut out
Elaine?
10%
I
of the
think
salary.
it's actually 5% that you're talking about. It's not 10%.
Before your cut was made,
Right.
it would have been 10%, but now it's reduced because of the,
Right, you've already
it's
cut
probably
some.
something more than 5% though.
Right.
It's like 5.8%. I'm just saying,
No, it's got to be,
It probably,
the total line item is 290, so 10% would be 29,000, and it's 14,000.
oh yeah, I was in the total,
Yeah.
305, not
Yeah,
296.
that's fine.
You're right.
That's no problem, I just,
it's fine. This is confusing to do it this way, that's why.
Okay, so you want to take 10% out of that account, correct?
That was our desire, yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we have a motion to amend to reduce the First Selectmen's account by 10% to a new total of $285,500. 80,500, okay. 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 All right. Any further discussion on the reduction to $280,500? All in favor, please signify by saying aye to this reduction. Opposed? Motion fails. 2 to 4. We're back to the original motion, since we have not amended it, of a reduction to 290, why is mine here wrong? Okay, 298,546.
can I ask
Go, huh? Yes?
Sorry. Andy, you had said that you removed the $3,500. That was the trip to Washington. Do we know that's what it costs?
I don't know exactly if that's what it's cost, but that's what it has been in the budget book for years at $3,500.
Okay.
Okay, so we are back at the new number, which is a reduction of $6,730 for a new amount of $298,546. I got those numbers right? Yep, 298,546. And they'll have their spreadsheet too for you. All in favor of that new number, please signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, motion carries 4-2. Ah, okay, excuse me, sorry. I need to look up quicker. I looked up too slow. Okay. Probate. My suggestion is we commit to this. I don't know how we take it off. It's a portion, so can we just move the total?
I move the probate budget to $12,651.
Second, please, by Mr. Mulgard. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, abstentions, motion carries 6-0. Okay, now we're on elections. The proposal here would also be to take 3.5% off, but Dawn has pointed out that there are some things like the association dues, which would end up taking off $5, that doesn't quite make it. The professional development and their service contracts, it's totals 247 that can't come off on the 3.5%. Is that correct, Dawn? So my numbers were wrong. The last five items
Last 5 lines should be 0.
need to be, okay, let me just fix that. I understand, and I've asked them to let us know when we are taking out something that doesn't make sense, that we'll all be putting back in, especially when it totals $200. Okay, so what I need is a motion for the elections department to reduce it to $119,033. Say that again.
$119,279.
Why is mine not totaling up right?
The difference is at 247 for those 5 items.
I have 119,312. No, okay. No, you don't have that.
I could read line by line if you.
I have salaries, 53,212, 218,
Correct,
$20,030,
correct,
1930,
correct,
2509,
correct,
12,931,
correct,
9223,
correct,
6755,
correct.
314, 4420,
Yes.
940, 150, 540.
I had 907.
That was the seminars, you did cut, we cut.
But then you cut them and we,
You did, it looks like you didn't cut it.
The seminars, I kept that cut.
you kept the cut in seminars. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, so then I have 119,279 as the total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So, Bill, can we have a motion?
To make a motion that we, on the elections budget, adopt an elections budget of $119,279.
And a second by Roy. So let me clarify, we're taking 3.5% out of everything until we reach the professional association dues, the No, till we reach the conferences, the seminars, the contract for repairs, and capital outlay, because they explained about buying the new equipment. All those things are state mandated that they do. So the reduction ends up in this department, $4,071. Any further clarification or discussion? If not, all in favor of the elections of $119,279, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Okay. Finance Department. This number should be good. This is a straight 3.5% reduction across the board. Bill, I can take that number.
Make a
Okay, go ahead, wait a second. We'll let him make the motion and we'll fix it. Go ahead.
Make a motion that we adopt the finance department budget of $54,729.
By that, you meant
I'm sorry, $554,000.
729. Yep. Second, please, Mr. Mulgard. Okay, Maria, there's some other changes you want to make in here?
The association dues, we didn't cut those. We need to keep the association dues.
So that has to stay at 445?
Yes.
Okay. You had eliminating some training possibly in CCM conferences, but we're now a member of CCM, so those conferences are free. Yeah. You had potentially some other suggestions, but we've already taken out the 3.5, so that overwhelms those. So it takes a new total to 554,729, correct? No. Okay, I have a different number. I got 463,895 in the salaries,
Yes.
83,168 in the part-time.
Yes.
See, it's not correcting my total. That's what it's doing to me. It's holding the, okay. I apologize. I gotta go in and double check these. Okay, 554,745. So we need a motion to amend, you've amended it, or you said 554,745? I don't think so.
Motion to amend the total to $554,745, which is putting the association dues
Back
at
in.
$445.
Thank you. Second. I'm just going to override my totals. I don't know why it's doing that to me. Okay, so it was motioned and seconded by Bill. Discussion on the change. All in favor then of amending it to add the $21, $24? Please signify by saying aye. Aye. We're at a new total of $554,745. All in favor of the new total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. Okay, Board of Finance is the next item. We have the same problem here in that it's a small group. We have legal notices, but we'll do what we did everywhere else. So it's a straight across the board, 3.5%.
I move a Board of Finance budget of $81,225.
Seconded by Scott. Discussion. All in favor? The new number of 81,225, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries 6-0. Okay. Next is the tax assessor. Just give me the total.
Madam Chairman, I propose a tax assessor budget of $333,428.
Seconded by Roy. Basically, this takes every single line, takes it down by 3.5%. There is no line in here exempt. Is there a problem with any of those, Maria?
It's the dues, 540 instead of 512.
521? Okay. Okay, so the dues are 540. It's a problem when we have departments this small. You can't change one thing without screwing them up. There's no way to pull it from anywhere. Okay, so that changes the total to 333,447. Okay, may I have a motion to amend that, please?
Motion to amend tax assessor to $333,447.
Seconded by Bill. Discussion of the change, go ahead.
Can I please have the individual amounts
Absolutely.
for 522202 and 556601?
Sure. 202 is services and fees professional. The new amount is $9,650. 522202. $9,650. No, he asked for two specific departments. Okay. And I'm sorry, now I've forgotten the second one.
556601.
Professional seminars and dues, the new number would be 4,150, a reduction of 151. No? What's wrong? First selectman's number was 4,300. If I take 3.5% off of that, it's 150. I don't know why it's coming with 151, because it's just deciding that there's an odd number in there. It's rounding. It's rounding, that's all. Okay? Go ahead.
To try not to make this too confusing, because I guess I could propose an amendment to the amendment. I'll just wait, we'll vote on the amendment, and then I'll motion another amendment to the new amount.
Well, tell me the new line amendment, and then we'll just maybe withdraw the second amendment before we fix it. Right now, he had on the table, just tell us what you want to do. Tell me where you want to end up. Put on your mic and tell us what you like.
So I would further like to reduce 522202
Services, fees, professional.
by $4,650, bringing it down to an even $5,000.
Okay,
And then I would like to further reduce 556601 from 4,150 down to 2,150, so a reduction of an additional $2,000.
okay, so you want to reduce training, and the other one, when you reduce that, which the tax assessor suggested at one point, you are going to reduce the number of personal property audits. That's what that money's used for. So understand that's what you're asking to do. Go ahead.
That's right. We
Okay.
are asking to do, we're asking to bring it down to the 2016-17 budget. As you look at the actuals for this year, that they use the same amount, they have not covered what they said they were going to pay. So we're bringing it down back to the 2016-17 level.
Which is to $5,000.
Right.
Okay.
And the other account, we're reducing that to cover one person from two.
So what do you want the new number to be there?
2,000, that account, 2,000.
2,000.
2,150.
Okay, so you want to do less training.
Well,
Okay.
we don't want to do less training. We want, there's 2 people in the budget. We want to bring it down to cover 1 person to have the training.
Well, that's less training.
Well-
One person's being trained instead of 2, that's less training.
Right, well, this is all about shared sacrifice, as we said.
Well,
And this
we-
is,
we-
we're making
I'm
suggestions.
just,
Don't have to-
I'm only clarifying
don't
that
have to
that's what
accept
you
them.
want to do.
That's what we want to do.
Okay. So reduction, okay, so let's, give me a motion before we do the totals. Let's just do, Andy, would you please give me a motion to reduce the services and fees to $5,000?
So you want me to make a motion to amend the amendment?
No, we don't, do we have an amendment on? Okay, would you please withdraw the amendment? Okay, withdraw the amendment,
Withdrawing
withdraw the
amendment.
second. Okay, so we have the original total only. So now
Okay.
amend the 5,000 first.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to reduce 5222202 by $5,000 to bring it to a grand total of $5,000.
Okay. Let's just reduce it to $5,000. It's because I'm not sure the math is right on the reduction, but, okay, may I have a second? Second. Okay, so we're going to reduce the fees and services to $5,000. Understood. And I think that the assessor would be fine with that. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Yep. Only the 50, we're only amending the one line to $5,000. So that we'll have a new total to vote on. So 5,000 is the amendment. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay. So the next item reduces training.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce 556601 by
Just two. Just give me the total you want to be.
$2,150 to $2,150.
$2,150 is the new number. Okay.
Taking it down from 2 people to 1.
Okay.
One can train the other.
Okay. All in favor of that reduction in conferences?
You need a second first.
Thank you. All, please signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, abstention. Okay, motion carries. Now, that would be, yeah,
Are you including the other 3.5%? Because you didn't vote on those yet, did you?
we didn't vote on those. It looks like the whole department, if I've got this right, and we all agree, comes down 18,724.
Yes,
And the new
correct.
total for the department is 326,797.
If you include the other,
We're keeping the other original ones. So I need a motion. Well, we've accepted all the changes, so the new total is 326,797. All in favor of the new total in the tax assessor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion carries. Okay, so let me get this new number down, 326,797. Okay, next is Board of Assessment Appeals. Can we just move that the way it is?
I move the Board of Assessment Appeals budget at $3,700.
Any discussion? Yes,
You make a motion to amend?
sure. Go ahead.
The motion to amend.
Okay, I'd like to reduce account 522201 by $1,455. That's services and fees, clerical.
Second, please.
Second.
Andy, go ahead. You need to explain that?
Yep, that's based on the 2016, fiscal year 2016 actual, which was $1,045.
Why do I go for the tax collector? I don't find that department. Oh, that's,
I'm sorry, say that.
they're not in order.
It comes down to, yeah, 1,045.
Okay, I'm confused. You said that it's based on the year-to-date for 2016,
The
17?
actuals, the last year, the actual 2016, fiscal year 2016 was $1,045. And the year before that, it was $1,023.
50. Is there anything special this year that would impact that?
They have more tax appeals, so they probably would meet more often.
But it's a non-reval year, so we'd still have more appeals?
Yeah, I thought they didn't
There's
have
still
very
some
many.
large appeals, so, yeah. Yeah, I really don't know.
I had heard that there weren't many appeals this year at all, so,
Yeah, and in his comment, he said based on non-reval year, which is what he was looking for, the 2,500, which was, looks like 16, 17, and 18. But you're right, because if the current year is 17, 16, 15, last time he had a lot was 14. Okay, that's fine. So, you wanted it to be, sorry, I missed it.
1,045. To reduce it by 1,455 to bring it to 1,045.
Okay. Okay. All right, so that takes the total to 2,245. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so we have an amendment to reduce the 2,500 to 1,045. Is there any further discussion on the amendment? Hearing none, all in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries, giving us a new department total of 2,245. Okay. All in favor? Any further discussion? Changes in favor of a reduction? Board of Assessment appeals, and the final new total of $2,245. Please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. 2,245, okay. We are in the tax collector. Okay, ahead.
Madam Chairman, I propose the adoption of the tax collector budget of $328,614.
Seconded by Roy. This is a straight across the board reduction of 3.5% in all departments. Go ahead.
Never mind.
I think you need to increase the longevity. You can't cut
Oh, we can't cut the longevity. Yep.
And,
No, you can't. That's a flat number.
and the dues.
And the dues, ma'am, are in the last, okay, yeah, those are not a big change, 345. Okay, that doesn't change it by much. Okay. Anything else? Dues become $345. The longevity stays at $325. Those are things we cannot.
Amendment to the motion to adjust the total up to $328,637.
Do you have that total? I have 6, 38.
638. All right, I'll go with that.
And I need a second.
Second.
Bill. Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Maria, can you give me the amounts you have for, the individual amounts for 501105?
A $61 reduction for $1689 total.
And can you give me 534401?
A reduction of $280 for a total of $7720.
And 545504?
Reduction of $921 for a total of $25,380.
And for 556601?
A reduction of $58 for a total of $1592.
So I'd like to make a motion to amend. Again, I could do this all, you want me to do it all four of those that I just asked for at once,
No, let's do them separately.
separately?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to reduce account 501105 by $1,689 to zero.
That's the overtime account. Second, please. Seconded by Vicky. Okay, so you want to eliminate all overtime?
I think you'll see that as a theme throughout a lot of my motions going forward.
Okay, so that will eliminate late hours during the collection periods. That's what it's used for. Okay?
I'm not saying eliminate the late hours, I'm saying...
Well, if you don't pay overtime, you're going to eliminate the hours. Can't have it both ways. They just won't collect it late at night or into the evening. Okay, go ahead. And what's the other items?
Oh, you want the other ones too?
Well,
One by one?
all right, we can, okay. Go ahead, give us all of them. We'll try to get this done in once.
Okay. Let's see. So, I would like to reduce 534401 by $220.
Office of Materials
534,401.
Supplies.
Which brings it back to 2016 actual. Then I would like to reduce 545504 by $5,380, which again brings it back to actual, 16 actual.
It's an additional 5,000?
Yep, additional 5,380. And the one before that was an additional 220. The last one, 556601, would like to reduce that by $1,092 for a total of $500.
Okay, so let's discuss them individually. First, you want to reduce all overtime in the tax collector. Any reason why this department versus any other?
Oh, no, that's what I said. You're going to see that as a common theme throughout as we go through these.
So you want to eliminate
Yeah,
all overtime?
we're not picking on tax collector.
Okay.
3.5% in salaries, and you're cutting overtime.
You're going to see that as we go on. Don't stop us there.
Okay, and then in the office supplies,
So that brings it, if you look at page 65, if you look at last year's actual was $7,500, rounded up, was $7,500. That's what I'm doing there.
okay, and the other one is
Postage, same
Postage.
thing, they had 19,521.79 last year, and I'm just rounding it up to 20,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last one is the seminars, and you're reducing that to 500.
Again, based on, if you look at the actuals.
Current year actual is 723 year-to-date. Okay.
Last year was 241, the year before that was 524.
All right. Okay, so the first is reducing overtime in the tax collector to zero, reduction of $1,689. We'll take that item first. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion fails. The next item is reducing office supplies by, you wanted another $220 to $7,500? No, yes, $7,500 is the new total. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 5-1. Mr. Zimoff opposed. The next item is postage. Maria, I want to understand something on this. It says on page 65, the current year budget is 25.5. Your projection is 26.3. Is that correct? Okay.
Now in June. They're mailed out in June, so all the expense comes in at the end of the year, fiscal year.
Our amendment is based on the actuals of fiscal year 2016, which was 19,521.
I just want to say that's the lowest one of the last 3 years,
But-
significantly, because
but
the other
there's-
years are 25
I
consistently.
understand that, but if you read the explanation in there about using, I'll just find the right one.
Yeah, it shows that there's a 3% increase expected on top of what the normal amount has been, which is roughly 25,000. I mean, you're free,
Well,
obviously, to make the motion. I'm just-
Right, but that's our motion, because it might be that, you see, the year before 2016 was budgeted for 25,000, but it actually came in, under 20, so.
Okay, so the motion is to reduce it by $5,380 to $20,000. All in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion fails 4-2-4. Let me get that in the right order. Stays at 25. And then the last item, seminars. What was the new number you were looking at? So, and we had reduced it to 15 originally. Okay. And it looks like they did a 600 year, 500 to 700. Maria, is there anything they're doing in the tax collector that they require training?
They need some certifications. I'm not sure what level, which ones need certification at this time.
Okay.
They alternate, and I'm not sure when they expire or when they need the renewal or not. It doesn't say in the text.
No, what's that? No, it says new employee training, $900, course 1A and course 1B. And then there's the conferences for the county association and the state association. I assume the new employee replaced Roberta, who had all those years in certifications. Okay. So this reduction wouldn't even cover the certification on the new employees. The 900. And we have it down at 15. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, so any further discussion on this one? All right, all in favor of reducing the seminars and conferences in the tax collector to 500 total, correct?
Correct.
All right, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion fails 2-4. So we are now at a total in the tax collector of $328,418. 17, so mine's rounding differently. Okay, 17, I'll do yours. Since you have the official, I'm changing it again, 328417. That's the total in tax collector. All in favor of that, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries 6-0. Purchasing,
I'd like to propose a budget in the purchasing department of $108,634.
seconded by Roy. Discussion, changes, this is a straight 3.5% on everything.
I'd actually like to make a motion to adjust down by $21,215 for the part-time position that's currently not filled.
Okay? Okay. Any other discussion?
I just have a question. Just repeat that number again, I'm sorry.
The number I was taking down, oh, sorry. I was looking at a recalculated number. It was $21,984 to
Right.
take it off the budget,
Okay, right.
which would give the recommended amount of $87,419 for a total for the department.
Yeah. Well, you get the same problem with the dues, so you need to make that $240. So I have a total of $87,428. Okay. All right, so that is a reduction of $25,146 in the department. First, we need to vote on the change, the removal of the part-time position, $21,984. $21,984. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-1. Mr. Haberlin opposed. Yep. Yep. Oh, well, go ahead, okay.
Could you tell me the new number for line five, account 501105?
$83. Yeah.
483.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce line 501105 by $483.
2-0.
Did we vote on the total?
No, we haven't voted on the total yet.
Oh, well, then he would have to do it for the full 500.
Well, no, what we motioned was we motioned the reduced amount.
Reduce amount, sorry.
It's okay.
So he's reducing
So,
those
second,
500.
please. Okay, elimination of overtime. Discussion?
Just my own opinion, I see what Andy's doing, but I can't stand behind that with taking out the part-time person too.
Right. I kind of agree. We just cut this person 3.5% and took away their part-timer as a department of one. But the motion stands. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails, 2-4. Any other changes in that department? If not, we have a new total of $87,428. All in favor of the new total, please signify by saying aye. Aye. What happened? What did I do? 87,428.
427.
See, mine is rounding differently, okay? 87,427. Yeah, we're not using the, I don't know why it's doing that when it takes the percents.
It's because of the 3.5%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna give it the 87,428.
428, okay.
You can override it. We can go with the penny. The dollar, excuse me. I think that's all that's happening. It's the way it's rounding it. You know, I suppose if I told the column to get rid of pennies, maybe I should format my column better.
No, I think it's because of the percent.
Currency, no decimal places. That's, do that.
Plus 3. Plus, God, plus 4. It's 8. It's 8, but it's 8.
Okay. Next department is treasurer. We didn't vote the total? 87,428, all in favor? I thought we did, I wrote it down. We did. You're opposed. Sorry about that. 5-1, okay. All right. Next department is treasurer. Motion, please.
I move a treasurer's budget of $24,730.
Second? Second by Mr. Zimoff, yes.
Just a question, can we? I know that we had some positions that were
We
set
did it in the
for
first
salary,
selectman's office.
but that was a whole budget.
No, it's by the salary of one well, there's only 3 people in there.
I know, I'm just saying,
I
I
think
didn't
we
really
can.
pop.
If somebody decides we can't, someone else can put it back.
Okay, fair enough.
We're taking the position we can.
I'm okay with it.
I know,
It's the first
I know.
one that's one line item.
I know. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor of the Treasurer's Department of $24,730, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 6-0. Okay. Technology.
Madam Chairman, I propose a technology budget of $943,528.
528. Second, please, Mr. Mulgard. And that involves a straight, across-the-board, 3.5%. Maria, the phone bills are not in here, right? There's no utility in this. Okay, tell me where.
It's in the
Contractual
contractual account.
account. Okay,
And I believe Benny says we had enough in there.
so we need to leave that one alone,
Yep,
because that's utilities. 505, so let me put back the 512 I have to put back. 512, 580. Okay. All right, so we have salaries in there that have been reduced. Overtime's been reduced. Professional fees. Okay. All right, we've reduced 34,000, well, a second, let me take this out. Okay. If we had to put those back in, all right. So the new number is 961,468, a reduction of 16,281. The salaries were reduced, the overtime was reduced, Everything was reduced except the contractual fees, which have to do with the new phone installation and all the phones that are put here. The new total would be 964,468.
961.
Say that again? 961,468? No? You have a different number?
Yeah, no,
No, that's what I have.
Oh, okay.
If you put back the.
I'm putting that back.
Yes.
Those are the phone bills. Now, I do have myself a couple of notes to perhaps counteract that. We can, okay, there was a suggestion by Bill to eliminate munis training, but that scares me. And he said possibly then consider eliminating the conference and the expo. I am a little iffy there. Those concern me.
He did suggest on the contractual to eliminate vision, which is $7,000.
Okay,
If you made that.
okay. If he thinks we can done, because it'll be done before the fiscal year is over, we can take that 512 down to 505.
Yes.
Let's do that. 505, 280. 505, 580, excuse me. Okay, that put us up to taking out 23,000 out of there. Go ahead, go ask.
Before, we start to make any more motions, did he say anything about an account 556603?
66,
That's where the munis training is.
yeah.
Did he say anything about the land desk training for 20,000?
Let me look.
He actually said that was the most important one to keep. He had said that in the past.
Because that's new, correct? That was not.
That is new.
It's a new system.
He would like to keep that, but if it, if you can't.
Yeah, but we have a relatively small IT department. I get nervous when we cut their training back and we buy all this new equipment.
Well, I just, I don't know,
Yeah.
and there's just that note in there if that's, let's take that.
He's trying to help, but, and I certainly appreciate it. He did suggest that we could reduce some replacement parts, which was these 578802, take about 5,000 out of that.
That's good, we were going to make a motion to do that.
Okay, well,
And then I have another question if I could.
go ahead. Why don't we make the motion, let's take the 10,000, to take that down to 10,000. And what I'll do is I'll read off all the changes, and then we'll vote on the total. We'll accept all of them. And then what's the other one you want to look at?
The capital outlay for the computers.
Mm-hmm.
We had talked during the hearings about leasing those rather than purchasing them. I don't know whether that was discussed any further.
We did look at that, but we were trying to decide if it was worthwhile paying interest instead of paying it outright, and we didn't make a final decision. We had to look at a few options.
I know that the Board of Ed tends to lease them. Don't take this wrong, but they tend to always have newer ones than we do in town. One of the reasons they always bought them was they hung on to them a heck of a lot longer. One of the groups in here he's buying is for the HR testing, so that they can do their testing, and you wouldn't really need something really powerful, and you don't need anything very long-lasting. I mean, they will last a long time because you're really not going to be using them much. And I don't know what the lease payment would turn out to be, so we're kind of really stab in the dark. And we are taking some out of it. So with all the changes we've proposed, we've already taken out 27,000. I have 27,756. Do you have a different number? Hang on. Let me see what we have. Okay, I don't. What I have now is salaries are down to 318,773. Overtime is down to 9,650. 16,888 for professional fees, 505,580 for contractual, 2,509 for conferences,
Yes,
227 for dues.
yes.
I would think the dues are 235, yes, okay, so I'll put the 235 back on the dues. In-service is 265. 10,000 for maintenance. And then that last thing, capital outlay.
Wait, I didn't, the maintenance, what was the reduction? We come up with 14,475.
I don't, yeah.
He asked for 15, we took it down to 10.
Okay.
It's an even number. Rather than take the 3.5%, we've taken 33%. 66 for capital outlay, 66,103, which gives me a total of 950,001.
Yes.
Got those? Go ahead.
We'd like to reduce the overtime account, which is, where are we?
Okay.
501105 by $7,650 to bring it down to 2,000.
Okay. All right, second, please. Okay. All in favor of that reduction? You want a discussion?
It's just following what we're doing, but we're leaving 2,000 in there for emergencies.
Okay. Okay. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 2-4. While I understand emergencies, we've just asked them to put in a $900,000 phone system. So I'm guessing they're going to be working pretty hard. We're not exactly
I
people.
have to tell you, we're not at all, saying anything about how hard our employees work. I hope that no one takes that from the reductions we're making here.
No, and I understand that. I just think when we have a big department, cutting overtime's a little easier. When we have 3 people who are doing all the IT for the whole town, I don't think there's room to do that. And we've cut their salaries. Okay, so that brings us to a total of $950,001. All in favor of that new number, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 5-1. Vicky opposed. 950,001. Okay, next item is town attorneys.
Move a town attorney budget of $458,590.
Second, please. Second by Scott. Discussion? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, just repeat that again. I'm sorry.
458,590. They're both contractual.
Okay, we'd like to make a motion to reduce that account.
Okay?
Reduce, let's see, 522202 by $128,590 and bring it down to $250,000.
128,000 what?
590,
590.
which will bring it to $250,000.
Okay. Any other items in there?
Yep, account 501.
There's only one other account.
There's
so-
only one other account, right, so, but I want to reduce that by $80,000 and bring it to 0.
Okay. Okay, so, I get an extra number in here. Okay. Okay, so you're looking for a total reduction of 228,590.
No. Two-
Okay, what was the first reduction?
$128,590.
One, two, 8590, okay. And 80,000 out of the other.
Right.
Okay, my math says that's 208,590 and a reduction, okay. Okay, discussion.
Reducing that account, we've had a 95% increase in the attorney's fees since 2011. Let's bring it back down to a figure that is above the amount that was originally put in that account when we took away our town attorneys that were employees of the town, and we turned them into professional contractors to save money, but I don't think it's saved much money. I think we've spent a lot more money. So we want to bring that account back down.
Thank you. Actually, I think we've saved a lot of money because those attorneys are now pulling pensions that cost us a bloody fortune, and they were on full medical, which wasn't in that account, but was someplace else. However, we have two reductions sitting here of 128,590. All in favor of that reduction in professional fees and services, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 2-4. We have an $80,000 reduction in services and fees. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion fails. We are now at a department total of $458,590. Any other discussion on the total? Hearing none, we vote on the total, $458,590. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. Human Services.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget of $279,163 for human services.
Human Resources, I
Human
apologize.
Resources.
Second, please. Mr. Mulgard, second.
Sorry, we'll have to increase that by $25, 15 for longevity pay, and $10 for association dues,
Okay, 425 for the longevity
which would bring it up to a total of $279,188.
and 300 for dues. What did you come up with, 279, 188? Okay. All right. Okay. Any further motions? Vicki?
Thank you. I'd like to reduce account 501101 by $80,000.
Okay. Second, please.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
Again, that has to do with this account back in 2014. It's grown by, the whole budget's grown by about 40%, this particular account by almost 60%, and this is to reduce it back to the 2014 level.
I don't mean to sound as I'm going to. Who are we firing? I mean, it's a
I'm
staff of
not
three.
asking to fire anybody. That's up to the department to determine how they want to spend the money. We were told, I was on the council at the time, that this wasn't going to cost us a dime more to add this position, the Director of Labor Relations, and it certainly has cost us a lot more money over the years. So just making the motion to reduce it, and that's our motion, so.
Okay. Well, I for one would like to address it, although I see he's not here. I wanted to ask him a question. This town has how many hundreds of employees?
300?
300 employees on the town side, and not a single human resources professional prior to his coming. We've had clerks, we've had secretaries, we've had people who had no formal training. When you look at the size of our salary budget, in the police department alone, what, $6-7 million? $7 million. Public Works, another couple of $1 million, and no true labor relations professional. I think that we were remiss for a very long time. It's a position I asked for many years ago and thought we needed. What you neglect to mention is there was a service account, fees and services, that was a lot higher than the $13,000 in there now, when the Human Resources Department hired an attorney, a labor attorney, I believe at the time it was Floyd, to do every one of those labor negotiations, and now they're done in-house. So we will disagree on that subject. I think that was a very worthwhile spending of our money, because you can't even start to quantify without going through all the grievances we've lost in the past. And I think we have a whole lot better record now. But the motion.
If I could?
Go ahead.
I'm not disputing the fact of an HR person. Obviously, I have one that I live with. So I'm not disputing that at all. What I'm just saying is that when this position was put in, and which I voted for at the time, we were told that it wouldn't cost an additional amount of money for the town, that other departments who are going to be moved around to cover that cost. And I have the numbers all out here. We can talk about it later. I'm not going to waste time doing it now. But it's certainly, you know, in 2014, that department was $170,279. The salary plus the attorney's fees. That same distribution is now $268,993. So it certainly has cost us more money, and that's the point I'm making here.
Okay.
And why I'm making the reduction.
That's fine. We have a reduction of $80,000 in the salary account and human resources, full-time, permanent. All in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails, 2-4. Further motions, Andy?
Maria, can you tell me what the current amount is in account 556601?
2,500. No, well, it was reduced to 2,413.
So I would like to make a motion. To further reduce that account by $1,163, which brings it to a grand total of $1,250. Again, one person going to training instead of two.
Second, Vicki?
My H's.
Maria, do you happen to have the, oh, got it, okay.
It's page 94 in the book.
You got it.
2 people, 2 days labor relations training, 2,500. I'm saying one person can go, 1,250, and can teach the other person.
Okay, so that would take that number down to 1,250 as a total, correct? Okay. All right, any further discussion? Okay, all in favor of reducing the seminars and conferences to $1,250, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 6-0. Any further changes in that department? Okay, hearing none, I believe the new total is 278,026. We are in agreement. That's good. All in favor of the new total, $278,026, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-2. Of course you may. We are going to take a break. Yeah, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Maria, do you want us to hold off on fringe benefits until we're all done? Okay. Let's move along. Okay, next item is employee benefits. We're going to skip that because as we make adjustments, Dawn and Maria adjust the FICA, and they can't do that till we're all done. So we are on the town clerk. Okay, we move a new total. Oh, wait a second. Let's just put back the longevity because we can't take that out. So let's do that first. And Dawn, your number took out the conference and the dues adjustments that she suggested?
My number includes longevity in full, association dues in full, and the repair maintenance service contract in full.
Right, we got to keep the repair contract in there. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to do something different here because I think there are a few things they can live with differently. Okay. All right, I have a bill, I have a total for the town clerk, $279,242, and I'll tell you how we got there after you move it.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to move a town clerk budget of $279,242. 279,242.
I'll second that.
Seconded. Okay, so what we've got here is salaries are reduced by 3.5% to $236,411. The overtime is reduced by the same 3.5% to $3,088. The longevity stays at $850. They have nothing in professional fees and contracts. I'm wondering now, can that be reduced, or is that the things the state requires them? Hang on.
It's for indexing, scanning, and verification, paper and books.
Okay, so they could do, so that they have to do, so that's 2,200. Okay. I think a lot of the problem is in a lot of their programs, the things the state requires them to do with their records. So that's a problem. Well, the problem, that's the one department that's a problem. Okay, let's, okay. So let's go back and forth on a few of these. Contractual services, we probably cannot take anything out of. That's 22,000. She has program expenses. I think we can bring that down to 5,000. And then program supplies down to 2,900. Communications and legal notices, what have they been using? Because everybody has that problem. Last year was 3,600. I wish they would let us use our website as publication and notice. It might be something that's alternating that they have to publish. I mean, I really do wish our websites would be sufficient. Might be notices election related. She seems to be doing it in alternate years. Because they have to send out notices of where people vote. I'm worried about those programs, so. And I'd like to take the dues down. Let's take it down to 1,050 or 60. You got 60 there. And maybe one of them, the new clerk, doesn't have to necessarily be in the association. Okay, what we've got is 3.5% on the salaries and on the overtime, and not on much else because of the way they have to do business. So they're only down to 277,939. Any suggestions, any other changes there?
What did you get it down to?
277,939? No, you got a different number? Okay.
What your changes were.
Okay, the salaries are 23,000, I'm sorry, 236,411. Overtime was 3,088. Longevity is 850. The contractual services is 22,000, 5,000 for fees. Program expense 29, 3,000 for communications. 1,780 for conferences, 160 for dues. Oh, that's why I got 160 instead of 1,060. That would be why we're off. See, that's why you keep me honest. 500 and then 2,250. So the total is 278,839. $278,839. We're still not. We're still off. Go ahead.
Professional Development Association dues.
1060.
Okay, so I need that 106 from 12 to 10.
150.
Conferences 1780.
So it's 278,839?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Okay. All right. Any other changes to here? Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to reduce 501105 by $3,088.
Okay. Second? Okay. Discussion?
I just have one question.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that part of when you guys went through the budget was removing basically the overtimes. Did you also, because what Elaine has presented so far was reducing the salaries prior, so in your, in the scope of what you guys were doing, was that, or is that being taken into account? Only being, we're taking the salaries down 8,000.
Well,
Not the
as you
overtime
know,
to then offset
we
the-
had no idea that that
No,
was
I know.
what was going to be done. And again, because we did not get that information from each department as to what they could cut.
That was just
It doesn't matter, it's the overall
I know, that's
issue
why I'm
here.
asking you overall, if you weren't bringing salaries down, then the repetitiveness of taking out the overtime without taking that into consideration is just repetitive. I know that.
I
Do
guess so.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, the salaries are coming
It's
down
fine.
each
So,
time.
so the point is, you want to make a statement of taking all the overtime out of the budget in every department,
No,
okay? But this one, which is required to work on election night, how are you suggesting a department run and meet their state mandated obligations? And the answer is they'll figure it out is really disingenuous. They have to run. They have to hold the night hours after election. They have to stay there till everything is counted.
When I have state and federal filings to do and I have to stay late at work, do I get overtime at work?
Well, I don't know that you fall under the wage and hour laws, but I'm
So-
betting these people do.
That's just my thinking. You're thinking one way, I'm thinking another way. That's all.
Well, there are federal wage and hour laws that say when these people work overtime, they have to be paid, and they have to be paid at time and a half. And the state of Connecticut mandates they stay there till the last ballot is counted. So you're suggesting we not pay them overtime, or we just violate both contracts and federal law? I mean, I get your point of trying to save money. I'm not opposed to saving money, but I'd like it to be on things we can realistically do. So that's where I'm confused.
we understand what you're saying. I think have we had additional information to look at these accounts that we spent hours looking at them to where we could reduce them, and had suggestions that apparently were given to you about reducing some of these accounts that we didn't have.
No, they were not given to us. This was our own spending the same amount of time that
Well,
you did
but I
to come
believe-
to the conclusion of 3.5% was a number, not necessarily individual items. We're adding back association dues because we took 3.5 off everything, forgetting that you can't pay the dues if they're $8 short.
I understand that, Elaine, but I believe you said, and I don't want to get into an argument with you.
Go ahead.
We don't need to do that here. We're trying to do a job. But I believe you said when we began this meeting that you did get information from the department heads.
Most of it didn't make any sense.
But it doesn't matter, Elaine. It should have been shared with us. We were told we were going to get it, and we did not. And that's the
Okay.
point I'm making,
And
and we
I
can
got
end
it
there.
this afternoon.
Well, that's unacceptable for you as well.
Since it didn't help, it didn't matter, and it didn't change our job.
But that's-
Okay, we have a
Wait, let's
motion
not
of
discuss-
removing overtime in the town clerk for $3,088. All in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 2-4. Next reduction, please.
This one we agree on.
Wait, I think
They reduced it to 5,000.
I'm sorry, could you just,
Go ahead.
522205, you guys reduced. it to
522005, program expenses, we reduced to an even $5,000.
Right,
We had that too, so.
Anything else in that department?
556601, we wanted to reduce that by additional $600, but what are we down to in that one? I'm sorry now.
1780, we reduced 300.
Yes.
But again, not knowing whether we can continue to reduce that particular account any further because of what they need to do, I'm not sure we can. So,
Okay?
Account number 578803. That's down to 2250, I believe.
Right, we took out 250.
We'd like to reduce it to 1700.
Okay, and that's maintenance.
Again,
Program
that's-
related.
Again, I'm not sure that, based on what they need to do, whether that's possible.
They use about 2,000. One year they used almost 4,000, 2,000.
Right.
They're at
1,200.
1,200 this year.
Last year was 1,700, which is what we're bringing it down to.
So that is a reduction of $550.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? All right, so we are looking at a reduction in town clerk of another $550 in program, maintenance, program related. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Roy? Opposed, okay. Motion passes 4-2. Wrong department. Yeah, hang on a second, I'll give you the new total. Roy and Scott. Okay, so it gets reduced to 1,700, correct? So the new, yes. So the new total is 278, 289? Got it? Okay, we have a new total in town clerk of $278,289. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 6-0. Okay, town hall account is next.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to move a town hall budget of,
Wait, hold on, something's wrong there.
can't be right.
Hang on, let me get a total there. Oh,
That's not-
oh yeah, no, that's right.
That's right.
Yep.
$7,219,770.
Second, please. Second by Scott. Okay. $7,219,770. It consists of the following. 7 million, it is right. Let me tell you what's in it. There's salaries, $14,678. There is a contingency account of $5,979,843. That consists of the original contingency account approved by the first selectman, less the 3.5%, plus $5,600,000 contingency to allow for the bill the governor is sending us for the teachers' pensions. Do you have a suggestion of some better place to put it? I don't. $7,219,770.
Can I make a motion on that?
Uh,
Or did we not get
No,
there
no,
yet?
we moved the total, I'm just explaining what's in each piece. That's okay. And then we have, and I guess this could be a problem, 959,507 in property liability insurance. You can't reduce those property bills, so will you give me what it is that is the real, it's that 994,308? Okay, 994,308 is the actual bill. Unless we'd like to not carry liability insurance, we probably can't reduce that. Services and fees, professional, we reduced to 9,650. Took the 3.5% out of that. Services, fees, professional, we did the same thing. Contributions, I guess, are specific, and we probably couldn't take anything out of those. 39250, that's the, is that to the, hold on, I'm not sure we can, maybe we can.
CCM,
CCM.
right, and RASAP, American Red Cross,
Right, okay.
South Regional Conservation.
Okay, go ahead.
Page 114.
Page 114? No, there's the RISAP, the Fire District recognitions, the Red Cross, Southwest Regional Conservation, Southwest Regional Mental Health, and the CCM membership, which is the bulk of that, which is the $22,000.
And there's an additional 4,500 for the VFW utility costs.
Now, I know that's our building. I understand that the veterans aren't going to be staying in that building.
Right.
So would the cost be down, being that it's not going to have use?
I assume we have to have some maintenance on it, or we're going to have a problem.
I don't disagree,
And I don't
but-
know how to guess on a $4,000 what we won't need.
Okay.
That's all that's in there for it, is 4,500. So this number has to stay at 39,250. Okay. Materials and office supplies were reduced. Program supplies were reduced. Cleaning supplies were reduced. Reports were reduced. Postage was reduced. Basically, all the rest of this account was reduced by the 3.5%, except the utilities. The utilities are left at their existing amounts that were calculated by the, go ahead.
Can we restate the 578804? That's for refuse collection. We can't reduce that.
578804,
In the lease.
25, that's, yeah, that was all of a few dollars. 2254, okay.
And also the 589901 for the leases, copier leases.
Got it. 27785. Okay. All right. Any questions on these items or the changes? Okay. Vicki, Andy, do you have any changes in this account?
Can I, or? I'd like to, motion to remove the part-time floater of 14,678, and also the scanning of 9,650. We've done without until now. Just seems like not the right time to start.
Okay. So you want to make that one 0 and the scanning 0, okay? Any other changes?
Just to clarify again, Scott. You're reducing the floater by how much?
Completely.
No, but what number did you use?
I
took it
used
after the 3.5?
14,6, right, exactly. But on the original, it was 15,210.
15,210, okay.
But the motion to put it in was 14,678.
Okay,
678.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay?
And now, we'd like to make a reduction to that contingency number
Go ahead.
of 129,843.
Okay, second, please.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
Now, that's going back, it's nothing to do with the $5.6 million you added. That has to do with the original amount that was in that account of $393,620, I believe was the number
Yep.
that was originally in there.
Yep.
We want to reduce that to $250,000, and that's based on, again, last year's contingency account was not, I don't believe was used at all.
Are you talking about the current year we're in?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, the 2016 year, and wasn't used.
Okay, contingency
And I know what it's, I
Right,
understand what it's
it's
for.
the union contracts. If
Right.
we didn't use it, it was because the contracts didn't get settled and got pushed to the next year.
But we had a budget.
If we don't settle a
Right, but we had a
contract, we
budget,
don't,
I understand
we
that.
move it forward to the
Right.
next year.
Right,
So they have analyzed the number of contracts that are up this year and put in a number based on the head count and the size of the unions that are up.
I understand all that, Elaine.
So you don't want them to negotiate the contract?
I'm leaving $250,000 in there. I'm just saying not to bring it down to 250 from the 396, 393.
But based on what?
Based on the fact the year, in 2016, they did the same thing. They put a contingency account of 331,000 and used nothing of it. And it all went into a surplus. That's what I'm saying.
But then it got spent the next year when the contract was settled. The police
not-
contract didn't settle for 2 years.
But that's our motion, okay?
Okay, all right.
And Scott, if you're trying to figure it out, I see you're banging away. So we took the 393,
No, I was just adding up the line items,
Oh.
trying to get you a total,
Okay.
but thank you.
because we took the 393, 620, backed off 3.5, and that's why the motion is 129.
That one I got.
Jesus.
Okay, anything else, any other changes? Okay, hearing none, the first item to vote on the change is the reduction in the salaries part-time to 0. All in favor of that reduction, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-1. Second item is a reduction in the contingency of $129,843. I'm looking at something. Problem is I can't discuss this account unless we go in executive session. And Mr. Hazelkamp is not here. Maria, which contracts are up?
Big contract,
Town Hall,
which is the clerical.
clerical.
The math is the supervisors, public works and parks supervisors, and the fire marshals.
Okay. I just need to take a look at this, and I can't talk to him, he's not here. So Maria, most of these contracts are small groups. So they're not likely to have excess in their salary accounts to cover like sometimes the other larger departments can.
Was the bigger contract, the larger contracts, the police, public works, regular. I think those were the two last year. The early retirement, that's why it was so large last year.
Okay. So we go either way. I'll leave this one, council figure out. Okay. Okay, we have $129,843 reduction in the contingency account. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion fails 2-4. I'm just not sure. Okay. Any other changes? Oh, yes, we have one other. Service and fees professional for scanning in the 522202, reduction of $10,000 to zero. $96.50 off of the reduction. To zero. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 5-1. Mr. Haberlin opposed. The new number. Okay. Go ahead. No, give me the individual ones, yeah.
534401.
What is that current number?
33,750. I'm sorry, 33,775.
We're going to reduce that line to 32,000,
Okay.
so that's 1,775.
$401.
That's office supplies.
Right, you're bringing that down to last year's, or the current fiscal year?
Right.
Okay.
Very good.
Wait a second, I'm confused. Bringing it down to last year's budget,
Last year's budget, right.
but the actual was 35.
Sorry, this is
Current
The current year's budget.
Current budget,
It's
2017
32.
budget.
Okay.
Just say 2017 budget.
Okay.
Right. I was just-
Okay, so, all right. Materials and supplies was motioned by Vicky, seconded by Andy. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor of reducing the materials and supply account by $1,775 to $32,000, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 6-0. Any other changes? Okay, that gives us a new total of $7,221,893.
Oh.
No? Okay, let's see where we're different. Oh, you know what? It's because, no, mine is summing it right. Hang on.
I know, I just think, like, I missed something.
7221893. Okay, I have zero under salaries. I have 5,979,843 under contingency.
Yeah.
It did go up because we had to put the property insurance back up to 994,308. We zeroed out professional fees. We took program expenses stayed at 1930, contributions
I had 19,300, you had 19,300?
19,300.
Okay,
Contributions, they actually have to go to 39,250 to stay, correct?
yes.
Yes. $32,965, 965, 965, 43,425, 8251, 2254, 27,785, 10,613.
Oh, okay, that's,
The utilities had to stay the same and that one dropped, so that utility has to stay at 10,998. Okay? And the rest of the utilities stayed at what was budgeted, so I have 7,231,278.
Correct.
Okay, now we're good. 7,231,278. Okay? 7,231,278. All in favor of town hall budget, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-0.
4-2.
4-2, excuse me. Okay, planning and zoning,
I'd like to move a planning and zoning budget of $303,548. That's 303,548.
second please, by Roy. Okay, so we have salaries in here that have been reduced by 3.5%, both part-time and full-time. Overtime has been reduced, and actually, well, they meet at night, so they use their overtime at night. It's been reduced by 3.5%,
What's that number?
4825. There's no longevity. Clerical fees probably had to stay at 180. They couldn't go to 174. Professional fees.
What's that new number?
Professional fees are 43,425. Program expenses are 10,595. Office supplies are 3.5% too. Same thing with program supplies. We cut legal notices, but they have legal notices. They really can't do away with legal notices. Maria, was there any other? Their professional dues is the same thing. It's $5.50. Taking off $6 doesn't do anything. The other one, taking off $5, they cannot get their publication. Anything else they mentioned they could handle that was realistic? Professionals? Okay, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do the 150, take the 150 off, we can't do that one. That's the last one, take it off.
Programs supplies. 202. Okay. No, because they're doing those zoning regulation revisions. Okay. All right, so I have a total of 303,548. Changes? Go ahead, Andy.
Before I say my changes, I just have a question.
Uh-huh.
534402.
534402
There's
program.
$2,500 in there, it says anti-blight hoarding situation expenses.
Okay, hang on, let me find it, okay? 402. Okay,
And then in 522202, there's $1,000 in there for blight cleanup.
If I
So
remember
what are-
correctly, and
yeah,
please, anyone else's, I
Go
did
ahead.
ask about that during the hearings, and he had indicated that there's far more blight that they're taking care of now than they were previously, and
But
it
the
just wasn't all.
1,000 is external blight?
I think that's external. What happens on the other one is when they go into a house that gets condemned because there's been hoarding, and we need to remove the contents, dispose of them, bring in people appropriately attired to get in there and do it. While they may try to get some of it back, in some cases, the individual perhaps is elderly and has been moved off to a home, and until the house is sold, we might get our money back, but right now he has to get the house, I don't want to say livable because I'm not sure it becomes livable, but the rodent infestation needs to be prevented from going to the neighbors. It's the best way I can explain that.
And what did we do prior to this? Like, when this happened 2 years ago, or where did that money come from?
We hadn't been doing it. We found out this winter there were like 2.
Oh, you mean there weren't any
I
other
don't know there was
hoarding?
ever a house we had to go in and clean out before. But this was an interesting year. There were 2 very sad situations. We have to get rid of the stuff, and we have to do it in compliance with safety, both for the employees and the neighbors. Well, one was a problem because there was so much hoarding on the second floor, they weren't even sure that they could support it. So that's what they're doing with it. You know, some of this is maybe it won't happen again, and you'll never pay for it again, and maybe you will, but if you know, they asked to have something to prepare so they could. That's all I can tell you, that's what it was for.
All right, well then, I will make my first motion then to reduce 501105 by $4,825.
Okay? Second, please. Second by Vicki. And are there any others?
Could she say them, or do I have to say them?
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter.
Count 522202, services and fees. I'm not sure what's that account now, I'm sorry. Is that 43,425? We want to reduce that to $15,000.
So that would be a reduction of 28,425?
28,425. Okay,
So just so I'm following, in essence, get rid of the Phase 2 of zoning regulation revision?
That's correct, because to the best of my knowledge, they have not begun Phase 1 yet, and there was $30,000 put in that for this year. So based on the fact that we're trying to save some money, I think we can delay that again, or delay it until they at least do Phase 1.
okay. Anything else?
Account number 534401. That's
Materials and supplies?
materials and supplies.
What's the new number in that account? 16 what?
1641.
So we want to reduce it by $641 to $1,000. And that's based on fiscal year 2016 actuals.
Okay,
That was,
how did I lose that?
sorry,
Sorry, what's the reduction there?
down to zero, I'm sorry, what was it?
Oh,
Down to 1,000, I'm sorry, down to 1,000.
I see what I did, okay. So you want to take off 641?
Right.
Okay. Okay, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. So the first item is a reduction in the salary overtime account of $4,825, reducing it to zero. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion fails, 2-4. The next item is services fees professional, and it is a reduction of $28,425, taking the account down to, what are you looking for the total?
15,000.
15,000. Okay, and that would be 202. So Phase 2 of the zoning regulations. Mr. Marsilio, I know it might not be fair to ask you, but do you know where they are on the first phase of the zoning regulations?
They're in the first phase. I mean, I don't mean to be,
No, it's okay. I'm,
that's all I know. I don't know exactly what the work product at this point is, but it's,
could you please just ask them if they've started the first phase? Because if they've done that, then I don't want to make them wait a whole year before they do Phase 2. Can we just give them 1 second on that? And let's move to the other one. How about we move to materials and supplies, a reduction of $641 down to 1,000, which looks similar to what they have done. What have they spent?
It's 1,000, it was 1,000 in 2016, 723, and 15 and 0 in 14. And right now, they've spent $545.
Okay, so a reduction to $1,000 from 1641 in the office supplies, materials and supplies office. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstention, motion carries 6-0. Okay, we're just going to try to get an answer on the other one. So, yeah, we're going to move on and let's leave that department just for a moment, okay? So we get an answer whether they've done phase one?
Your numbers, so I can.
Sure. We've got planning and zoning, 187,557, salaries 25,079, part-time 4,825, overtime 180 for clerical. Right now, we have 43,425 on professional services, 10,595 program expenses, 1,000 for materials, 25,507, 24,000 for legal notices, 3860 for seminars, 550 for association dues, 150 for publications. So we're pending that one item, which I will highlight so we can come back to. Yes.
Her, she says they just went out to bid, and these regs are a mess and need to be fixed. That's what she said.
Okay, so that means if they're bidding now, they'll be running it now, so they'd be ready for phase two. Oh, so one bid's going to include both phases. Yeah. Ask her if the one bid includes both phases. This is what, March? April, March. So they will do phase one this year. Okay. Let's move on to economic development while we get an answer for that.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget for economic development, $164,202.
May I have a second? Seconded by Roy. Okay, this one includes basically off of every item, 3.5%. There is nothing in here that was exempted, and we probably should have exempted the dues for $950 instead of $917. Okay? That's okay, just explain to her what we're doing, that's all. Okay, economic development, changes.
Could I make a motion to take program expenses 522205? I might have put one too many twos in there. From 8203 back down to 7,000.
Hold on. Program expenses. 5, okay, let's move on to the next part for a second.
I just got an answer.
Okay?
Yeah, it does include both, and she's actually probably going to be short, because we will need at least 40,000 total to get enough done to make sense.
Okay? All
I
right.
wouldn't cut it.
You only have 30.
Okay, so they've gone out to bid for phase, and it'll include both phases. Okay, so the motion on the table is to reduce let's go back to planning and zoning and finish them up. A reduction of $28,425 in services fees professional for the zoning regulation revisions. All in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? So it's 6-0, or 0-6, so it does not, the reduction does not pass.
Right, I didn't know that they were.
Right, okay, no,
That's
yeah,
fine.
I'm confusing myself, it's okay. All right, so we leave that department at a total of 303,548? No. Come on. I know what it's doing, I just gotta stop it. There are days I hate Excel. Okay, if I try again, I have 303,779? All right, we got a winner. Okay, all in favor of the total for planning and zoning of $303,779, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions. Motion carries 6-0. Okay, back on economic development. Scott, you had a motion.
To take program expenses, 522205, from $8,203. Am I on the right one? Okay, down to $7,000.
So a reduction of $1,203.
Yes.
Second, please.
Second.
Second, Bill, okay. Want to talk about why you want to do that?
I was on the board for a while, and they do one real event each year, which is good, but I believe that they can easily keep within the means of $7,000. They've gone from 5,000 to 7,000. But I know that they can put on a breakfast for 7,000 without going crazy.
Right.
Why did it go up from the 5 to the 7?
Okay.
Because we were going to reduce it to 5.
Oh.
If there's a reason,
I know that there were more people. They were reaching out. They've been building a database to reach out to more businesses in the area to try to bring them in. And then obviously if you bring them in, then you end up inviting them out to the breakfast.
Well, but I think it's more than the breakfast, too.
There is, but I mean, that's their biggest expense out of that account.
No, the biggest expense they have is the breakfast. There's no question about that. They're also starting to do some boards and commissions training events that some of us went to the last one they did. I think, Vicki, weren't you there with me? The training event they did
Yes.
over at Marissa's?
Versus.
So that's something new that they've started. And I know that I just feel like they are really reaching out, and economic development is a huge key to the growth of this town. So I kind of see their need, but, so we are requesting a reduction. The current number is 8,203, a reduction of 1,203 to 7,000. Any other discussion? All in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 3-3. Any other changes in that department? Vicki?
You just turned it off.
I did. 522202, services and fees professional. Want to bring that down to $7,000 from 10. I don't know where it is right now, sorry.
It's at 9650. Okay,
So
second, please.
2,650, I guess we want to reduce it by then,
Okay,
to the 7,000.
and that's 2202. Okay,
And that's based on the current year budget again, 7,000. 2016, it was 2,425. The year before was 1,829. The year before that was 4,783.
and there is, however, an explanation as to anticipated purchases of properties, possibly purchase or sale, title searches, et cetera.
But it's
Okay.
got that word anticipated in there, so it's not something
Well,
that's
can't-
definitely going to happen, so.
Well, then I don't think it can happen without the appraisals.
Well, there's $7,000 in there. There's not nothing in that account, so.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that reduction is 2650. Okay. Okay. Any other changes? All right. So we're looking at a reduction in services and fees, professional of $26.50. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-1. Bill? Okay, so let me reduce that. Okay. Any other changes in that department? If not, I'm looking at a new total of 164,202. Again, no. I need to look at the thing before I ask. Hang on. Just going to assume all the totals in this are wrong, because I know what it's doing. 161,586. We have a winner. Okay, so just for this, let me carry this so you know it becomes a total department reduction of $8,572. Okay, all in favor of the 161,586, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 6-0. Okay, next is inland wetlands.
I'd like to move a budget for the inland wetlands to $17,425, which is no change.
Second, please. Scott. Any discussion? Small department has clerical fees, minimal supplies, legal notices they have a lot of. Any changes there? Okay, if not, all in favor? Yes, go ahead.
Under those legal notices, if you look at the prior actuals, there's only, 1 year that it even reaches the, 12,000, it's 10,005, 11,000, 12,000, then last year it was, 2016 was 5,000, current year is 4,700. So we wanted to make a motion to reduce that by $3,000 to $10,000.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah. Current year actuals, they're about halfway there. They have a number of affordable housing hearings, and they are the only board that repeatedly hears them. I think they could manage that. Okay? Anything else? Okay, all in favor of reducing the legal notices from 13,000 to 10,000, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. 6-0.
We've got one more.
Go ahead.
Account 556601, seminars. We're going to reduce that to $800.
Anyone
However,
remember
you-
what?
Go ahead, Andy. No, go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah.
I just, again, there's an explanation under here. I'm not sure, what's needed here. So I then don't want to reduce their budget if they need to do some of these seminars. They're required.
I'm sorry, what did you say you wanted to reduce it to?
I wanted to reduce it to $800.
I'm on the wrong one. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, they have a fairly lengthy explanation about some of the seminars. The seminars don't have specific prices, and I know they haven't used a lot of it. And what did you want to reduce it to?
800. It's 800, it's,
Yeah, I was gonna
sorry,
say, can we
make it
just make it
1,000, it's
1,000?
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so you withdraw your motion, please, or,
I withdraw my motion to reduce it to 800 and make a motion to reduce that line to $1,000.
okay, and Andy's withdrawing his second, and he seconded the next one. Okay, all right, so first of all in favor of the reduction of $3,000 in the legal notices to 10,000, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 6-0. We did that one? No, sorry about that, we did it twice.
Did anybody change your vote?
Nobody changed their vote. Okay, then the reduction in conferences of $1,000 from 2,000 to 1,000. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Okay, I have a new total of 13425. All right. Okay, all in favor of inland wetlands at 13,425, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Carries 6-0. Conservation.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a Conservation Commission budget of $1,375, no changes.
Seconded by Roy. Any changes there? All of 1,000. Okay, any changes? Okay, all in favor of conservation of $1,375, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, carry 6-0. Transit District. Yeah, give me a break.
Motion for the transit district, expense of $44,084.
Second, please, Mr. Mulgard. Okay, any changes on that? Make this, okay, all in favor of Transit District at 44,084, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries. We cannot do an 01 total until we are finished with the benefits, which keyed us to okay, that was weird. All right, so we're going to start public safety. First item is police.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget of police of $8,902,502.
Thank you. Second by Roy. Okay, in this department, our suggestion was 3.5 across the board. I am not looking at any, let me see if there's any exceptions to that. Don't see any exceptions. Oh, wait, I see one. Okay, the utilities. From heat, electric, water, telephone, traffic lights, we did not make any adjustments. The what?
To be up to gross.
Say that again?
The rentals?
The rentals.
It's above the heat.
589901.
Oh, refuse removal? Okay, so that needs to be, okay, 2243. And then you have association dues.
6600.
Okay, the rentals first, 29220. And then your, where are the dues? Oh, here, professional association dues,
2500.
2,500. Okay, anything else?
The seminars should be 8,000.
Why? Why can't we cut those? We did everywhere else?
I didn't have
You find something in there? Okay, while she's looking that up. Oh, longevity. Always forget about that. 21,525. Okay. Use your mic.
Yeah, you can reach. I don't think yours is working.
I had the contractual obligations of,
Maintenance contracts?
no, the longevity, 501106, the college incentive, 501109, the shift differential, 5011.
No, not holding those.
Okay.
Longevity, yes, 21,525. The rest are subject to everything.
Okay.
Rest, we put the 3.5 on everything. And I'll go down the whole list when you need it, yeah.
Okay. Based on the numbers you just gave, I know it cut the overtime. Being that we're cutting the salaries, I actually would recommend putting the overtime back to $650 from $627,250.
Okay.
Also recommend reducing supplies from $41,495, another $1,495 to $40,000.
Can you give me the account number, please?
Yes.
Wait, let's do them one at a, let's wait, let's do them
Okay.
one at a time. Let's do them one at a time. We'll seriously, let's see what we do with overtime. What changes do you have? Nothing in police? Okay. So give me that again. Overtime, you want to go back to the 650.
Yeah. I think if we're cutting cops, we're cutting their salaries, we're gonna run into a problem there.
Okay, 650, okay.
Program supplies.
Let me do that one first.
Okay.
So we have a proposal to, instead of taking the 3.5%, to leave the overtime at 650,000. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Carry 6-0. Okay, now, materials and office supplies?
Nope.
Or are you on materials?
I was on
Cleaning.
program supplies, which was
Gotta give me a-
534402.
5344, okay, program supplies.
Your number brought it down to 41,495. I'm recommending bringing it down to 40,000 even, which is really 3,000 of Crystal Rock. It's just a lot of money to pay for water,
40,000, okay.
in my opinion.
All right, we have a motion to reduce to $40,000 program supplies. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. Okay, what else?
The last thing is the capital outlay. Your number brought it down to 78,812. I'd recommend bringing it down to 46,720, which would just delay some vehicles.
Well,
Right.
would delay them a whole year? Okay. We keep doing that and getting ourselves in trouble. All right, we have a motion to reduce the vehicles from 78,812 down to 46,720. Do we have vehicles, Maria, also in the special agency account?
Yeah, we did move 2 vehicles to the special agency account.
And how many vehicles is this?
They asked for 6, so that would be just 2. Oh, you mean from the year before?
No, in the original request, they asked for 6, and then what did Tim give?
We gave them 2 out of the special agency account, special detail.
Okay. Let's take a look at capital.
You reduced it to 5 vehicles. 6, right?
Right, actually reduced to 5 vehicles, of which 2 were coming out of the special agency account.
And so we're leaving 3 in here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the rest, and the 3 vehicles, trying to figure out what's left in here. We've got tasers, we've got medical equipment. We started out with 60,000 of vehicles. Right. So that'd be a reduction to 5 anyway. So if it's 81, took out, we took out 30 and moved 30 over. So how much is a vehicle each year, Maria?
It's
It's 50? It can't be.
50,000, and we do the lease program, so it's 10 per year, per vehicle.
Okay, so Scott, you're saying take out how much?
What is that, 32,000 based on the
So you're
number I
taking
saw.
out all 3 cars?
Yeah,
Okay.
which I'd love to put back in if we don't get a $5.4 million bill.
Yeah, okay. And we already had reduced it somewhat. Can't split that baby, 3 doesn't fit in half. Should consider taking out one of the 3. Take one of the 3? Knock it down by 10? So we go to, instead of the 68 we have, 78, we go to 68?
It's actually 11,000 based on the numbers, number 4 within the book of 158,
Okay.
because it shows,
But we already
You-
took out 3.5%. So if we
Right,
go from
okay.
81 to 71, we're taking out 10 for the car.
Yep. okay.
So 71, 670 takes out 1 car. Okay. All right. So in capital outlay, all in favor of a reduction to 7167, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-2. I apologize. I did not look. 3-3, the motion fails. We stay at 78. We stay with all the vehicles. Okay. Any other changes in this department? All right. So we are looking at, I have a new total, 8,929,253. Nope. Okay. We'll start from the top. We have salaries. 6,999,489. We have part-time, 51,303. We have weekend, 51,306, excuse me. 48,151 for weekends, 650,000 overtime, 21,525 longevity. You said that was the number that couldn't be reduced. College incentive, 28,178. Shift differential, 54,764. Next one is 330,030. 164,050. 16,888. 51,145, 17,370, 14,958, 40,000, 57,90, 24,13, 7,720, 2,500, 35,705, 676, 38,600, 14,475, 115,916, 5,790, 2243, 78,812, 29,220, 5,518, 66,02776, 15,153, 12,906. What do you have as a 12,096? What do you have as a total?
Oh, can't see. $89,29,254.
Okay, I have 253. It must just be rounding.
Yeah.
It's just rounding because we took a percentage off. Okay, so the change from that is 89,29,253 is its total. 254 if you want.
5-4.
54, okay. That's fine. All in favor of the total police department of $8,929,254, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 4-0. Okay, animal control.
I'd like to move the animal control budget to $133,753.
Second, please.
Capital outlay.
Scott, okay. In this department, we have taken the 3.5% on everything. Let me just take a quick look. Until we got to the utilities. Heat, electricity, water.
You need to reinstate 578804, refuse removal,
Okay,
and the capital outlay, that's a lease payment.
734, capital outlay is 6,000. Okay, changes. Anyone? Brings us to a new total of 133,989? No. Yes? Hey, it worked this time. All in favor of that number, please signify by saying aye for animal control. Aye. Okay, opposed? Okay, 4-2.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to move a budget for the emergency medical service to $1,425,042.
Second, please. Roy, thank you. Okay, okay, in this, we took 3.5% off everything. We did not on the 522202 professional fees and services. We gave them the first selectman's number. This is what they pay to have the EMTs through the outside service. If we cut that, we don't make as many calls and we lose revenue. So considering there is an offsetting revenue in this department, we didn't cut those program fees. The others are all reduced by 3.5%, except the utilities, and I assume there's probably going to be a problem with the rentals, so that goes to 2,100. And the utilities are all held. What else is a problem?
The capital outlay, it's also a lease payment.
Capital outlay is a lease payment of $30,250. Okay,
Right, program.
anything else? In service, probably.
Yeah,
Let's put it back to 3,000, it's only $200. Yeah, they have to keep up their certifications.
how much is she cutting? How much is that?
Anything else?
I'm not sure about program supplies. I'm not sure it impacts services. They have a large increase in medical supplies, so I'm not sure.
He did talk about that. The more calls they do, the more supplies they need. Okay, 72750. Okay. Changes. Anybody have changes in this? Okay. It produces a total of $1,426,279. Yeah, hang on a second, I'm wondering about something, because I'm looking at the utilities. How did that change? What happened?
He came back and told us there was $1,800 for telephone that was mistakenly taken out.
Okay. Okay. All right, so I actually am showing a total of 1,426,279. What are you showing? You got a different number. Yeah, yeah, I think so. What do you have for the telephone?
$38.97?
That's what I have. All right,
Can we go back?
yeah, salaries 148,733, 676, 1631, 6755, 1,058,575, 59,396, 3,378,
3,000.
3,378.
Yeah, she had 3 million.
Well, I'm getting tired. 1,448. 70204, you're right. 380,
Oh, wait,
Program
okay,
supplies?
I didn't cut that, I'm sorry. Let me cut that.
we weren't going to cut it, 72,750, you're right. I must have put it in the wrong column. Now I'm at 1,428,825. We get any closer?
Oh, wait. I gotta scroll down. No, I'm at 1,432,453.
All right, so we got the 72,750, then we got 386, then we got 1448, 3860, 3,000, 483, 483, 438.
Wait,
Wait, Elaine,
Go
I'm
back.
sorry.
Go on.
I lost you.
Tell me, where do you want me to go back to?
go back to the 1448.
1448, 3860.
The other one before.
Wait a minute, that's 1448, not 38. Could we, materials and supplies office, 534401.
Material supplies and office, you're going back. 1448.
Okay,
Then we have the program supplies we kept at 72,750.
yes.
Materials cleaning, 386. 1448, 3860, 3,000, 483.
Hold on,
Okay,
3,000.
wait, 1 second.
In service was kept at 3,000.
Yep.
483, 438, 4,800.
Wait,
Oh, okay, so that,
the service contracts, 454. It should be 454. Can't cut.
Okay, 454, got it. 4,800,
Four-
maintenance, are you at 578,802?
They cut 4,000.
802.
Okay, you
Oh, no.
cut 4,000 there, all right.
Wait a minute. You're right.
Tough
Was
book-
take
all the
out the tough
books.
books, so
Yeah.
I think that's probably the difference.
That's it.
okay. Now what have you got?
1428866.
We're still off. Okay, you got the 4,800, you got the 708, we got to take that back to 734.
Yes.
Refuse. Capital outlay stays the same, and then the utilities and everything. So I have 1,428,867.
866.
Okay, it's a rounding again. All right, we have a total EMS, 1,428,866. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, carries 4-2. One, 428,866, 4-2. Fire marshal,
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget in the fire marshal's office of $344,635.
okay. Just second by Roy. Okay, changes?
Could you tell me what the new amount is in 581,888?
581,888 capital outlay. 43817.
Okay, if you look at on page 187 of our book, in the capital outlay, it says that there is $15,909 for 4 new portable radios, and then $20,500 to cover the cost of 4 new mobile radios, repeaters and installation. But how many, didn't the first selectman deny one of the positions here? The part-time additional position, or,
Take a look.
they're buying 4,
Yeah.
There's
Because
3
he did-
employees and 1 was a spare.
1 is a spare.
Yep. Do you have a motion? Okay. So this is 3.5 in everything until I reach nothing. Okay, Maria, what is the problem? Where am I taking 3.5 won't work? Obviously on capital
On dues,
dues.
556601 and 602.
Okay, 1,700. That's all of a $300 change, not even. Okay, which is the other one?
I think that's it.
Dues, publications.
Publications, yeah, publications also, the 604.
Okay, so I've changed the dues and publications. What was the third one you said?
The seminars, the 501, 601.
Okay, for their certification. All right, anything else?
So the capital outlay, you're just reducing 3.5, is that?
Capital outlay, no, we're gonna have to, it won't work because we have the prices. Okay, so 45,406. All right, I have a total of 346,490. She's falling again, hang on. Okay, salaries are 270,855. Next line is 11,580, 2171, 483, 2895, 386, 338, 1110, 722, 772, 1,500, 1,700, 2895. At 3,000. And then we have 4,400 and 45,406, total of 346,595. Okay, so we have a total in fire marshal of $346,595. Here are no other changes. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Abstentions, opposed, abstentions. Passes 4-2. So just by way of question, since you voted against the last 3 things, you don't like the 3.5% reductions? Is there some logic for not wanting that? Okay. Well, either everyone feels the pain or everyone pays the price. Fire hydrants, my least favorite thing in the world. Yes, streetlights push my buttons too. But Dawn, did you have a better number for us on these?
Maria and I discussed it, and we thought 5% might be safer than I think,
Initially, we had said 6%.
yeah,
All right, so what number are you comfortable with?
70, taking it down $73,080 for a total of 1,388 514.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm in need of a motion.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion on the fire marshal's fire hydrants account, $1,388,514.
All right, all in favor, seconded by Roy. All in favor of that, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, 6-0. Building official,
I'd like to make a motion that the proposed budget for the building official be $350,286.
seconded by Roy. Okay, this is also, except for longevity and uniform allowance, services contractual, legal notices, I guess I have to change that to 75. Seminars, why do you have a problem with seminars?
Dollar training necessary for building official and deputy official to comply with state mandated instruction hours to remain current with today's code.
Okay. Dues for 300. Yep. Publications. And capital outlay. Yeah, 4652. Okay. And publications, I guess we'll leave it 1,500. Because they may have some of those same new codes that the fire marshal has. Okay, changes? Yes?
What's the current amount in 501105?
$4,825.
And you didn't touch 581888, right, the capital outlay? That's,
No, they're getting the one, well, we did reduce it. He said that he could downgrade the car from a Traverse to an Equinox. So we took it down to 4652 from 5324. We took it down $672.
okay, so I'd like to make two motions.
Mhm.
One to reduce 501105 by 4,825. The other to reduce 581888 by 4,652.
May I have a second? Vicki? Okay. Any discussion? Okay, so we are removing all the overtime and the vehicle. Okay. All right, any other comments or questions?
Yes.
Then we'll vote on the first.
What vehicle do they have now, the building official?
1993, I'm thinking, but I'm not quite sure. It was an old vehicle. It was a Jeep Cherokee. The mileage, and I was told by fleet maintenance that they were doing a lot of repairs to the vehicle.
That's correct, I may withdraw my vote, but I thought it was a 2013. Hold on one second.
Hold on, we'll look.
Thought it was something on the 4-year lease.
Chief building official, is that who this is? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is that right? Because it does say it's 2013.
Yeah, SUV 2013 in the auditor's report.
And what else? There's got to be more than one vehicle because the deputy's got to have one too.
It's
No, the deputy building official does not have one according to this report.
I thought coming off a 4-year lease, maybe that's what.
I'm not sure about the year, I may be incorrect about the year, but I did remember saying, fleet maintenance, the mechanic did say that the car was back in there to repair, and it was there quite a few times. I don't know.
Well, either that, then the internal auditor's report's not right, because it does say a 2013 SUV. if that's the person, chief building official.
Has one, and the building inspector has one.
Again,
Okay.
I'm just reading off the report, and it doesn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep the motion out there, and you guys, if you want, but so you know where I'm getting it from.
Okay.
The auditor's report.
Yeah, I would imagine the deputies got to have one because they're out on the road all day, and we would not be paying them mileage. They may not,
Do they use a fleet car?
yeah, well, they use what's that, well, but since they go out every day for a certain number of hours, Mr. Marsilio, can I put you on the spot again if you know the answer to the building officials and their vehicles?
I know they're using 2 vehicles. I don't know if they are pool cars or assigned.
Well, I know the building officials would be assigned, but the other one would be a pool car. So they would have 2 cars.
They,
But that's easy to find out. I'm gonna find that out tomorrow.
I'm not gonna doubt our auditor.
Okay, see if you can figure it out. Okay. All right, so the first item we have is the reduction of overtime, $4,825. All in favor of the reduction, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion fails 2-4. Okay, the second item is vehicle. Jeep is a 2,000.
2000 Jeep. There's a 2003 Chevy, that was for the building inspector, I think, over here, Colin. That was building official, and then the Jeep was for the assistant, and that was the Cherokee 2000. Yeah, 2000. I think the list you're looking at is the take-home vehicles. Is that what you're looking at?
No. The deputy would not have a take-home.
well, exactly what is the car that we're purchasing then?
We're replacing the Jeep Cherokee, the 2000 Jeep Cherokee.
It won't be on that list
It's
because
not
it's
on
not
the list.
take-home.
Those are take-home.
That was with
vehicles.
the take-home.
So he then he doesn't have a take-home vehicle, is that what you're saying?
Deputy would not.
No, the chief.
The chief would have a take-home vehicle. And that should
So
be
we're
on
buying
there.
a fleet vehicle here, is that what you're saying?
Yes,
One that's
but you-
not gonna go home, is that what you're
It
saying?
will not go home, not the deputy.
It's, yeah, and it's used
The
by
one we're purchasing here in this line.
Correct.
Okay,
Okay, so I'll withdraw my motion then.
okay, and will you withdraw your second, please?
Yes.
Thank you, okay. All right, so we'll remove that. Okay, so with that adjustment, what are you showing as a total? I have a department reduction of $13,087, new total of $350,372. Okay. Is there a difference from mine?
I'm sorry, I accidentally closed it.
I have, 350, 372. What are we off? All right, so give me what you've got. I have 335, 642 on salaries, 4825 in overtime, 325 in longevity, 450, 175. Yep,
1828,
yep,
75.
yep,
600.
Yep.
300.
Yep.
1500. 4652.
yeah, 350, 372.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. All in favor of building official at 350, 372, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, carry 6-0. Emergency management,
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a emergency management budget of $75,933.
second, please. Okay, this department does the same thing. 3.5% is off of everything except the telephone bill. Any changes? Okay. Maria, I have a total of 75,933. Okay, all in favor of emergency management, 75,933, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries 4-2. Okay, I have a public safety total. 12,653,523. It's the rounding. 524. It's a reduction overall of $410,235. All in favor of the public safety total of $12,653,524, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Okay, just let me catch my totals up here. No, I've got it on here. I don't care what's on here. Okay, Public Works.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a Public Works Director's budget of $184,847.
Second, please. Scott. Okay. We simply in here did the same thing, except for utilities, took 3.5%.
I think dues have to go back up to 291. 281.
Dues, 291, okay. And, yeah, okay, because there's all of, right, okay, it took out $70. Okay? So that would give us any changes you want to make there. Okay, that gives us a total of 184,927. All in favor, 184,927. Public Works Director, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carries 6-0. Public Works streetlights.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget for streetlights at $508,699.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions or changes? All right. All in favor of streetlights, $508,699. Please signify by saying aye. Opposed, abstentions, carries 6-0. Excuse me. Public Works Highway.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to propose a budget in the Public Works Highway Department of $2,555,304.
Seconded by Roy. Okay, in this case, we took the 3.5%. We, on everything, we left longevity alone. Okay, refuse, let's take a look at refuse. Give me the account, oh, here it is. Okay. Right, so that has to be left at 6598. And your capital outlay is your payments already committed to of 87,966.
Yes.
And the rentals, let me make sure.
Rentals were 6720. Okay,
Yeah.
that-
Needs to stay.
yes, okay.
We also believe the 14,550 for the other rentals.
Yeah, the rentals, okay. Yeah, we'll leave those alone. And we'll leave the utilities alone. Okay, changes. Yes,
Can you give me the new amount in 501105?
1105, salaries overtime, the new number is 86,850.
The new number in 522203?
Ancillary fees, 37,529.
And the new number in 501101?
501101, full-times, 189,7,511.
And lastly, in 581888?
Capital outlay, 87,966.
That didn't change. I have to do a little math.
Okay.
So I'd like to make a motion to reduce 501101 by $9,000.
That's full-time salary?
Yep.
Okay.
Next, I would like to make a motion to reduce 501105 by $86,850. Next, 522203. By $34,029.
Okay.
And lastly, 581888 by $17,700.
Okay. Second, please. And
Now-
discussion.
Yes, now, what I'm doing here is, again, just like I did last year, you know, you have pet peeves, I have pet peeves. This is me allocating what I think we should do for the leaf pickup program in terms of finding ways to save money doing this. I think the internal audit report, again, identified savings. The other towns are doing it a heck of a lot cheaper than we are. So when you add, again, just like last year, remember, I reduced it actually less. Last year I went for $250,000 and I hit the full-time account. I need to hit an account somewhere for leaf pickup reduction. So that's why I split it amongst these accounts. No other reason.
Is that including the capital outlay?
No.
In that? Oh.
Yeah, right. The capital outlay is different. So those other three are just me spreading that cost to where I can see if we can get savings from leaf pickup program. Doesn't get rid of it based on our audit report, but I just think there's cheaper ways to do it.
Well, just to be clear, the audit report is doing gave like 3 or 4 different options of different ways to handle it, which was revamping the system. Taking out those line items are all the 3 line items that are identified for leaf pickup. I mean, you could say it's not to take away leaf pickup, but essentially it is.
No way.
It's just removing everything that pays for it.
I think somebody needs to make a decision in this town and take a look at this, and there's other way. How much does Fairfield spend on leaf pickup? John knows it off the top of his head. I mean, that's bad, right? I mean, we just spend way too much. This is just like Elaine has pet peeves, I have a pet peeve. This is it. I just think we can do it a lot cheaper.
And I'm not going to disagree. I think that's a revamping of a system, which is more of a discussion than a budget item, in my opinion.
Well, I think it's a combination, but what you are saying, if you pull that much out, you're acknowledging that we cannot continue the program as it exists. The only alternative to not continuing the program as it exists is to bag it, and then pick up the bags. Now, I have looked at it, and if you give me a second and I can, hopefully I don't lose this, I want to pull up an email that has some information. Let me see, where did it go? I pulled apart, let's see, where is it? Okay, hang on. I pulled out some things, and I've had some conversations with John about this. If I asked him to take a look at the leaf pickup, and while you can take out overtime, and you can take out seasonal help, should you choose to not pick up leaves and just bag them, you can take out overtime, you can take out the seasonal help, but what you have to put back in when you bag them are 2 new trucks, because the bagged leaves are picked up with garbage trucks that compact them. So should we take out the overtime and the seasonal, as you're suggesting, they need a truck to put them in. So you have to put back in $30,000 to buy a truck, buy 2 trucks, actually, 2 garbage trucks, and pay them over 5 years. So it's a decision that we certainly have talked about and can make, but it's not to throw to the public work director less money and say, you figure it out, because we've been told what it is. So if we want to bag them, then you got to give them a truck to pick them up in, because nothing in the yard right now will pick up those bag leaves. So we can do it, and you can take out what you've suggested. I believe that collectively, somewhere there might be around 150,000 you can take out. And you're suggesting taking out 128, 29, about 130. But you got to put the trucks in somewhere.
Well, don't we have a garbage truck?
No?
We have 1. We would need 3. Can I say one thing, Madam Chair?
Please, but do me a favor, could you say it at the mic, because our recorder can't pick you up.
So just 2 things. Fairfield subcontracts out their leaf pickup with bags. I think we would have a municipal prohibited practice if we tried to outsource that. So we would have to continue to pick those bags up in-house, but without overtime. So we would do it in the course of normal working hours. Second thing is, if you zero out the overtime account, you're zeroing out all overtime. So a deer that gets hit on Booth Hill Road on Friday evening is going to remain there till Monday morning. A tree that comes down over the weekend across a road remains there until Monday morning. So I don't think that was your intention, Andy. So if that's what you want to do, go back to the year before we began to do the the real leaf pickup where we were able to accomplish it in a sensible time period. And I think that was in the high 20s, maybe 30, somewhere around there, before we added money in order to accomplish a early December leaf pickup completion. So those two things.
Driving the cost higher is that we have condensed the time that we're picking up the leaves, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
One of the things we always talked about was, A, they got to fall, and B, we got to get them up before the snow hits. So that's what drove us to consolidate them, consolidate the time and what costs more. It's still going to take a month and a half, 2 months, even with 3 trucks.
Correct. And there are major costs that can't be avoided. We have to dispose of the leaves, and you still have to go out and pick up the bags.
Right. So we can alter the program and probably save $150,000. That means they're going to be bagged. They still got to get disposed of. They still have to get picked up, and we need 2 more trucks to pick it up.
I don't want to bring us into believe me, I don't want to go into executive session, but could you tell me why we can't contract out? Again, what did you say?
yeah.
I'm sorry?
Municipal prohibitive practice. If a union member does a job and you take it away and give it away when it has historically been theirs, that's where you have a problem.
Doesn't matter.
But they will lose all that overtime.
It doesn't matter. That's their work. And they would say they'll do their normal work and they would do the leaf pickup on overtime. You're just taking work away from them. But again, you could talk to Jim Hazelkamp about that. He'll be able to address that more intelligently than I can.
You can still have them bag them, but they'll be bagging them during the day. Though they're still going to be picking them up. They're just going to pick them up and throw them in a truck instead of use a vacuum. And you'll have some savings, but you won't have as much because you still have your manpower. You still have the disposal costs, and now we need 2 trucks that we don't currently own. So, you know, you can make a decision that we should bag leaves instead of picking them up. It certainly is more cost efficient. But just cutting it out, you got to tell him what you want him to do, because if you don't add the trucks, then you've taken away his money to pick them up the way he currently does and not given him the equipment he needs to pick them up the other way. Or you choose not to do it at all and say, they're your leaves, they're your leaves. We're not picking them up in any manner, shape, or form. But if you leave out the 2 trucks, that's effectively what we're doing. Now, if you want, so I will, if you want a 2-minute break to think about it, you're welcome to it. Okay. We do, please. Can we make a motion? I would like to get through as much of this as we possibly can before we put it off to another night. So may I have a motion that we extend our meeting and we'll decide what the time is later? Okay, so, all right, so we have a motion to extend our Cinderella deadline, which we have now hit. My glass slipper is awaiting. All in favor of extending the deadline, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Guys, can we extend our deadline? Aye, okay. Vicki? Extend our deadline? Thank you. Okay, 6-0, we're going to adjourn for 2 minutes.